Hey, what's up everybody? How's it going today? Feeling kind of easy going. It's Saturday here in New York City. It's a nice day. Where is my brain? Hopefully we'll find it before the show is over. I think I needed a second coffee today or something. Maybe I didn't have enough for breakfast, but it's all right. We'll get in there. I will start focusing. I will shift gears. Who was first to the chat today? Stereo Decor, what's up, Techno people? Stefan Dilly, welcome. Acid Bat is back. Silver Knobs, nice to see you. Or see you in the chat. Daraka, good evening. And Jean-Paul Bondi, once again, thank you for hanging out a couple weeks ago doing electro feedback. That was great fun. Lots of amazing music too. Who else is in here? We've got Mad Mats in Hamburg. Angel, what's up? Another guest. Another person we need to have come back one of these days. Low Res with the Space Invader. And Electronic Witchcraft. Robert Felsen finally made it. Welcome. Glad you're here. In Malta, no less. Jan Kalinowski's back. JR Mafia 01. Thanks for the intro music. Can I use this for my music? No! I mean, if you sample it and do something creative with it and it's cool, maybe I won't come after you. Doug Smith, nice to have you. And Cosmic J. And Funktor, nice. Good start today. 20-something people in the chat or watching, and some of you in the chat already. Very nice. Let's see if I can get my brain going and get into making some music. And I'm just going to stop wasting time and get right into it. Hey, everybody. It's Saturday. It's Techno Saturday. It's Selway Techno Saturday here on 343 TV, brought to you by 343 Labs Music Production School in New York City and Berlin and online. Yeah, it's really strange. I mean, I usually don't like to talk too much about like stuff like this. I end up doing it anyway because I just can't help it. But like, I came in here like ready to go. I picked my track. I was jamming. I was getting into it. And then I had to like play around and fix some technical stuff, and fingers crossed that there's a erroneous comment below me here. Let me get rid of that. There's one of those technical things. And then I kind of lost my momentum, and I hit start, and then my brain turned off. So I've said this to you before. This has happened before. All right, so back on track. 343 Labs here in New York. It's very busy lately. We've got our 1-year program going on. I'm helping out with getting our new space constructed downstairs. It's coming along. That's really what I've been, teaching, looking after students, looking after this building project that we're doing downstairs, and then occasionally having a few minutes to like work on music. I did a remix this week, actually, which I'm kind of happy about. I am happy about it. It's coming out good. And Tronic's doing another electro compilation, that More the Machine compilation, another volume of that, and I just sent something over for that. And relatively productive music-wise this week. I mentioned my ska band before. We're almost done with our mixing project from our old tracks that we recorded back in the 90s, and then that's going to be, now we have to figure out what to do with it. Should I do a Selway Ska Saturday one of these days? Would that be fun, or would that just totally like turn off most of you? Maybe we'll do it on a weekday just for fun, like not a 343 thing, just like a me doing my thing. Anyway, who else has jumped into the chat here? New Drexian is back. Hello. Broke is here. And yes, Jean-Paul Bondy, hopefully there are no fires today. Yeah, you might remember if you were watching 2 weeks ago, we had to pause the stream and restart it because the fire department was here because the alarm went off and we had to leave the building for a few minutes. But yeah, that probably won't happen. Probably. Nice. Acid Bat says it's Skater Day. Scotter Day. Wah, wah. All right. Now I'm turning silly. I went from like my brain turned off to I'm saying really silly things and missing missing things. All right. It's one of those days apparently. So is it JR Mafia or Junior Mafia? JR Mafia. Enjoyed that video with Carl Finlow. I would love to have Carl come back. He is such a great guest, so much fun to have on. Such an uber nerd, so smart, so ready to just dive in and get in and talk about music and share what he knows. He's a really good guest. Definitely want to have him back on. But he was on 3 times though, and and I've had Anthony Rother on, and I'm like, 2 of the most important modern electro artists on the show. Who else could I get, right? I need to up the ante there a little bit. I need to get some more relevant, current, happening artists and producers in the electro world and the techno world. I've been thinking about that lately. I want to get back into the swing of that, having people come on and present and share how they do things. I mean, we had Angel on recently. I thought Lester Fitzpatrick. There's a connection there. I would like to have him come on. So it'll happen. All right. Dalbski from the Netherlands. Welcome. Will Joseph is here. Very nice. 20 Go to 10 is back. And hey, Lester. Yeah. Nice that you happened to drop in right when I was talking about that. Let's get you on the show sometime. More Chicago. There's so many producers I like from Chicago, right? Okay. So what are we doing today? Might as well get into it. Back on the techno thing. I've been doing electro more lately, but there's a track that I started. It's a sketch that I have, and I think it's ready to start arranging. And so that's what we're going to do today. Is I'm going to play around with these loops and start building it up into something. And I think I have an idea for the direction, right? So actually, what have we got here? Let's see. Let's make sure the audio is working. Oop. I don't want to put the vocal in there yet. There's some vocal samples here I'm playing around with, but let's see. How's that sound? Let me know if that sounds okay to you guys. May says, hell yeah, arrangement. I'm just gonna sit here and listen to this loop for 50 minutes. No, we have to make this, do something. We have to turn this into something. So right now, I just want to kind of refamiliarize myself with the parts and decide how we're going to start it. And I'm going for definitely trippy, spacey, hypnotic, still banging though. But this pattern is what set it off. This kind of weird, detuned sequence. It's kind of goofy by itself, but I like it. I like how it's a little bit out of tune and strange and sort of funky, but I like it a lot better with that on it, with that feedback kind of delay thing going on. And we can play with that. I like dubbing things out. I like putting lots of echo and with feedback on things. So that's definitely going to happen in the arrangement. Some automation or something. All right, and then we've got the 909 kit going through distortion for kind of an old school thing. I already like this. I could just float around to this for a little while. Okay. There's some other stuff going on here. Got these little percussion things going on, chopping up loops and adding more delay and things to them. I like that. I mean, that's almost like, how does that sound with just the kick drum? Oh, that's not supposed to be there. Maybe it needs to be louder. Randomly generated pattern, pretty much. It just, it's funny. I've got Live 12 and I've got all these powerful MIDI tools, and I'm not using them. I'm still just doing it's faster for me to just play the notes or just draw them in sometimes and go through all those complex MIDI generators. But one of these days I'll figure out something I want to do with that. All right, I like that groove. How does that sound with this? They kind of maybe battle a little bit. That's one thing I'm thinking about, is some of these parts I might not even need them. All right, I also have this kind of chopped up break beats, going for a little bit of a rolling. I like that. What does it sound like if we play with the synth a little bit? That could work. But I don't want to go too tweaky with it. I like how it just kind of rolls like this. Hypnotized, not too much up and down, or doing it in subtle ways. Okay. And I also have this. I'm curious if any of you guys out there from Chicago especially know what this is a sample from. I love this sound so much. I stole it and played with it a little bit. Anybody recognize that? Like what track this came from? Throw it out in the chat. But I like how it ties this all kind of down Makes it a little more serious. Okay, stereo decors. Angel, it could be anything, but you know it. It's LNR, work it to the bone. I said it. All right. Stereo decor wants a shorter kick, punchier kick. And you're right, you're probably right. Playing this together with this might be a bit much. I kind of like how it's really subby though. But yeah, why not? Let's play. I'll try it. Is that better? I don't need the hi-hat to get any louder. In fact, I might want to turn that down a little bit. All right, so now the kick's less subby, right? Before it was here. I could go either way. I'll probably automate that. Maybe some of the track be heavier sub and some of the track be less, depending on the energy of the arrangement. All right. Okay, so we are going to get into arranging, but right now I'm still refamiliarizing myself with parts and thinking about what I want to do with them. I'm dancing to it. I'm swaying in my chair. All right, let's see. I almost don't need this. It's barely in the background. I mean, it could be there just for little ear ticklers. You can hear them in your headphones. Do that in the arrangement. This is going to be a simple arrangement, I think. I have this kind of weird metallic thing, which I'm not sure about. It's kind of like tonal percussion. It's good for texture, maybe in the background. I don't think it should be too loud if I use it. But overall, I want this to be like really hypnotic, but thumpy also. Play around with a filter on this guy. Yeah, that'll be. It's so easy to just use filters to make your arrangement work with techno. Okay, so I also have some vocal samples that what's the name? I can't remember now. There's that website that finds you can type in a word and it'll find YouTube videos that have that word or phrase in it, like movies and videos and things. So anyway, you guys know what it is. I have this guy saying rise, the kind of whispering rise. And then these are singing. Can't remember where that came from, but it's nice. Had to do a little bit of time stretching and correction on this one to make it fit. I think that ties it all together. It's like more musical now. I like the melody with this pattern. I should just record myself playing this live. Angel Alanis wants fries. And John Balbondi's getting hungry. You think it says fries? Fries. Fries. That's what the name of the track is, Fries. But what is to fries to the... I don't know. You guys think of something. I don't want it to repeat too many times in the track, just occasionally coming in. All right. So I have more. And this is the impetus for this whole Rise thing. So this is what I sampled, this trumpet, and this actually happened in a lesson, like in a class at 343, where I was like, you can make techno out of anything. Here, I have these Herb Alpert stems. Let's make techno out of it. Right? So maybe you know that. Maybe you recognize that. I don't want to play too much of it and get like a copyright strike or something. But yeah. So I took that and I turned it into a couple of parts. So just using this kind of, making a little, you can hear the drum in the background too. That's just a little piece of the trumpet repeating with some reverb on it. I like it. It's a cool little stab. All right, and then I took that same Herb Alpert trumpet and turned it and granularized it here in Pigments. I've got like a big, hello. Like it could be a lead, like a kind of epic lead, but I actually more want to play it like make it and there's distortion on it. I forgot about that. Like that. And turn this into just something really epic sounding. And this is where we have to start arranging now, I think. Does not sound like Herb Alpert anymore. Probably need to put a little sidechain on that or something so the kick cuts through. What happens if I play this up an octave? It's probably going to be overload. Too loud. Were we talking about drones the other day? I'm droning today. You get the idea. I don't want to go too, that's getting kind of trancey, but I like this. I don't want to go too much more. If I start doing like big epic melodies on top, then it becomes like Afterlife. No, I want to keep it just moving forward through traveling through space, tracky, hypnotic. We'll just make it grow and then build it up and break it down. Ame likes the idea of building up just into a kick. But yeah, like an anticlimax, right? Like you just build and build and build and then you go down to just like kick and some rumble or something. That would work. So, okay. Geez. Now I said I'm going to arrange. I better start arranging. We're almost halfway through the show here. Been having fun going through all these parts. Let's just take a pause before we dive in and arrange these things. And what are you guys talking about? Camille P says, strip it down like Gecko. Oh, is Gecko? Is that track with the sample with the Jim Morrison sample? Just close your eyes. Is that what you're talking about? That could be cool. We have a question. 0 times 44, 0 times 46 says, how much of this loop would you automate, modulate in a full arranger? How many voices before it's a mess? I guess we'll just find out, right? I I don't want, I'm only going to automate when I need it. I'm not going to automate everything. And there's only a few things I'm playing with so far. There's the synth, the main sort of trippy, almost acidy sequence. And then there's the distortion and filter on the pigments effect. This germanium, whatever that is, this germanium model of distortion sounds really good on the sound. It kind of starts breaking up and crackling. I like it. New Drexian is saying strip it down to the analog loop, which, yeah, I think that's also a good idea. And yes, epic fries. That's what we're doing today, Angel. Epic fries. Tension is rising from Supermarks. And okay, Sam's music is saying kind of Amelie Lenz like. Okay. I don't know. I have no idea. Okay. Camille P. The influence. Kick sounds like it is in key, but not popping enough. Yeah, I'm arranging. I know there's some mix issues. I'm not going to worry too much about how perfectly the kick is popping through until after I get. I want to not get caught up in too many mix details right now. I mean, maybe turning things up and down, but you're right. I agree. It needs that. And then yes, I see you talking about Zimmer and Dune and Arrakis Rave. Yeah, I hear it. But that's just... It works. I love it. Okay. So let's start laying this in. Right after I say, you're watching Selway's Techno Saturday here on 343 TV, brought to you by 343 Labs Music Production School here in New York City, in Berlin, and online. And I know I didn't do my full spiel at the top, but you know what to do. You have links below to see what classes we have coming up. I've got another Making Techno course starting in June, so join us. Click the links. You know what to do. All right. Let's see. Am I going to do this kind of in real time, or do I want to just start doing it? Well, let's just start building it up. All right, what have we got? I'll just start with what's playing. All right, I don't need the trumpet stuff yet. I don't need all of the percussion yet, so I don't need that thing. I don't need this is the stolen section, sampled from other people's section, which I'm trying to do creative things with. All right, we don't need the funky, shuffly breaks. Rise. We don't need the Rise sample yet. I'm not sure. Actually, I should name that so I know. Rise. Maybe dial back on the filter. It's so funny by itself. It's so wonky. I'm like, do I still like that? But it sounds so good mixed with everything else. We'll make it work. All right, and then I almost forgot. There's one more part. That's like another track, right? Now we're just straight up acid. What would that sound like? It's probably too busy with both of those, right? Actually, no, it's not. Maybe we'll keep it. Surprise acid. We'll just hide it in the background for now. All right, so that's one more thing to modulate, automate, hook a MIDI controller up to and play, but I don't have my MIDI controller handy, so it'll just use the envelopes. Good as place as any to start, right? Let's go. Any kind of stuff I do with the effect parameters right now, I might go back and fix later. I'm just playing. But it's sounding good right now. Let's throw in the hi-hats. There's a tom in there too I forgot about. I might wait on that. We'll leave it for now. The acid is calling me. Yep. Just rolling with it. Here we go. It's got more acid than I thought it was, but whatever. I just forgot about it. Probably need like a ride cymbal in there at some point. Okay. Oh, I just screwed it up. All right, I started to like, we don't want Herb Alpert doing a solo on top of this. I clicked the wrong clip, but good start, right? I lost my momentum there because I surprised myself, but I think this is a good first minute and a half. So let's go back and play a little bit. All right. So I think this needs to start lower because it's like, yeah. Shroom wants more resonance on the acid. Later. Okay, maybe. Where's the resonance? Nah, I'm gonna wait. Wait, the resonance sounds better when the filter's higher, a little bit higher. Too much? Too much, too fast? I don't know. I feel like I almost want like a big old school clap on there, like a big distorted 909 clap or something. All right, I want a little drop the kick drum out there for a second. Ooh. I forgot about that. All right, so there's all this distortion on the 909, and you can't really hear. There's an open hi-hat playing with the kick drum, and you can't really hear it until the kick drum drops out, and then it gets louder because the distortion's compressing everything and squashing all those highs. But that sounds cool. It sounds like a little fill. I mean, the obvious answer is like all of us just ride cymbals. All right, wrong place, but wrong clip. Wrong place, wrong time. It's also too loud. We'll have to turn that down. Another place, another time. There we go. Okay. Get it together. Did you hear that there's the Herb Alpert? Let's get rid of that. All right, so where are we? All right. Yeah, I want the 303 to change there. The 303 just like kind of takes over the groove, right? That's okay. Okay, but something else needs to happen there. Maybe where's that horn? Okay, this is what I was going to bring in there. Now, that might... I realize I've got two little stabs now. I've got that one little acid thing, and then I've got this horn sample. I guess that's okay. They kind of call and response each other a little bit. All right, so let's see if that works here. Ah! Come back. I think it'll work there. Right at 49. No, wrong place. I'm losing the plot, guys. I'm mousing all over the place and not liking where things are happening, so. We'll get there, I promise. All right, and the other thing I did was bring in this loop, this drum loop here. It seemed like a little bit much when I brought it in, when it was loud anyway. All right, Aaron Hedges wants more ABAC pattern with the melody, but it's like I'm trying to keep it hypnotic. If I make the melody change too much, then it kind of loses that. All right, and we're only like a minute and a half in, so it's like it's so repetitive after a minute. This is techno. It's hypnotic. I get the idea. This is still just building up to something. I might even be moving it up too fast. I don't know, because originally I was thinking more like long, slow build with that drone. And right now it's getting sort of more jacky, acidy, bouncy kind of feeling. I mean, if I get rid of this, you know, it's a different track. So in a way, the acid's taking over. The original vibe was that. So I'm kind of rethinking how much acid I want to go into with this. Maybe if I filter this up. Yeah, I might just cut the acid part and work with this original kind of intention. Let's see what happens if we throw in the that makes it serious. Oh, we lost our brakes. I'm feeling this more, I have to say. The This sounds like it's off time, like it, doesn't it? Weird. Just for a moment, it sounded like it wasn't quantized, but it's just a loop. That's more like it. All right, so let's figure out if that's the right place to do that. Okay, now I know where I'm at. I got lost for a second. Still sounds messy. I'm just gonna go with it. Let it be messy. Maybe the ride cymbal should go away there. A little bit much. Ooh, I have an idea. Let's put in the hook. Maybe too early. But, you know, maybe 2 minutes in is a good time to introduce sort of a little vocal sample. That's all of a sudden serious. That vocal and that bass come in together and it makes a statement. Is it too early for the drone? But not that heavy and dirty. Not that Dune sounding. I gotta get rid of the... That is ominous. All right, I've been thinking about this track and not talking to you guys. Let's see what you're saying. Aldo's dipping in and out while unblocking a vacuum cleaner. Stefan Pete, continuing with the previous live recording. No, yeah, this was done off air, and I'm working on it in front of you guys. Mind Fusion, thanks, loving the vibe, appreciate it. And shortening the transient. Aaron says shortening the transient length of the drones would help solve masking issues against the kick. Yeah, I'm not trying to mix that much. I hear you. Kick needs to punch through, especially when everything starts layering up. It's getting kind of lost in the back. I hear you. I'm going to fix it. Oh, you mean the tom? Yeah, the tom is kind of lost in there. I almost don't even need it. Because that's another thing. I could just start droning earlier just to really set the tone. But quiet. Another thing I realize is the bass that comes in is a different note. It's a different root. Right, dun dun. But then I like the sound of the drone on a minor third above that, and I don't know if that might not work. That note will fit with the bass more easily. If I go back and forth, it becomes more melodic. Might be nice to do that, actually. But I like stressing that minor third up because it's more tense. It's more like what's happening. It's not sitting there on the root is even more droney sounding, right? Here, it sounds like you're going somewhere compared to what key you're in. It's like an unresolved tension, which, that's what we want here. We want it to feel like, something's happening. A very long note. Probably too loud, but whatever. Yeah, see, it doesn't fit with the bass. That's a really long note. Ride cymbal again. What's that? Yeah, that's no, I'm not sure about that bass. I like it by itself. We'll figure it out. Vocal's too loud. Needs more effects on it. And I'm forgetting about this, the whispery one. Oops, just cut my my note off by accident. I know it's loud, I know it's over. I'm gonna come back and fix the balance and everything later. Right now I'm just vibing. Something like this. Gotta be careful with the filter because it's like, I don't want it to break up. I want it to get brighter but not too thin. I need to breathe. All right, how are we doing? Aaron's like, boom, up. There goes my, there's something wrong with my Thunderbolt 4 dock. or I think it's overheating or something, and like the HDMI just dies. It just keeps doing that. I'm gonna have to. This is the third time this has happened on the stream. Let me just unplug it, figure this out while we take a break here. All right, let's see if it comes back. I have a fallback way to share the screen, but it doesn't look as good. Come back. There it is. All right. Let's see. Scott Finley, thank you very much. Appreciate the comment. Very nice. And you all are recognizing the one and only Angel Alanis here in the chat. Yes, Angel, good man, great producer. Happy to get to know him. You're coming back. You're coming back on the show. Maybe you and Lester should be on the show together. We could do like a Techno Friends discussion podcast type thing or something. AZA DJ? Is it AZA DJ? Thanks very much. Glad you love the show, that you're watching it with your mom. Maybe my mom's watching out there. Hi, Mom. Angel, I know you're kidding, but don't be so hard on yourself. All right. Aaron's got all sorts of good comments. Maybe as the drone comes up, filter out the low end of the kick. Yeah, I do. I often do that. That is a good idea. And like taking the bass away, like as you would in a DJ set, that definitely works in terms of things to automate. It's a really simple way to make it seem like it's lifting up, but still have the drive of the kick without, have it build without taking energy away. And creating contrast. That's a good one. All right. So Camel P's asking, what's the key of the track? Honestly, I don't even know, because it's based on a sample, and I didn't tune the sample before when I made the sound. So we could figure it out. So I'm kind of hearing it. Let's go back into this. I'm kind of hearing it. It's in a key, but it might change, and I like that sometimes about when you have like hypnotic, repetitive with harmonies. You can shift where the root, where you perceive the root, right? So it changes the chord. You're reharmonizing the chord. So, where are we? Oh, great. And now Live has decided to crash. This is really not good. Oh, look at this. Oh, there it is. I'm clicking. I don't know if you can see it. I can zoom in. I'm clicking here and nothing's happening. Like I'm not selecting anything. It's like something is up. Okay, we might have to bail. Let's let me restart Ableton Live and we'll just talk here a second. So I was talking about kind of music theory stuff, but yeah, I was thinking about how like I'm kind of implying a chord. I haven't written a chord, but that analog synth pattern is playing notes that are kind of a cluster. If you add those all up and play them together, it's implying a harmony, and it's got some weird detuned notes in it because of the way the pitch is modulating. So it's microtonal accidentally, so I could try to figure out what that chord is. And then with that chord related to the note of I'm playing in the drone or in the bass, that would give us a key. So yeah, I kind of want to figure that out. I want to figure out what key we're in, and that maybe will help me decide what I want to do with that drone. I like just not worried about key and just listening to the character of the sound. I like the droning note at that minor third above where I think the bass note is. I like the tone of the sound better. When it's three semitones down, it sounds less full, right? The sub frequencies kind of go a little bit too low. And, maybe I can address that with mixing with EQ. Maybe I can make it work. But just my first instinct is that's the note I like. And I like how that drone note harmonizes with the vocal. The vocals, the rise to the sun, it's starting on the fifth above the drone. So, yeah, some music theory stuff to think about in this. All right, Live is restarting. Let's get that going. and we'll try to wrap this up. It's almost time to stop the stream anyway, but I don't want to end on just me complaining about my computer having problems. Let's listen to this again and see, you know, I really want to finish this track. I think I'm onto something with this. You know, it's like techno, it's hypnotic, but it also has a little bit of a vocal hook. It's not melodic techno, but it has harmony and it has something catchy about it. It also, I want it to be kind of an uplifting, you know, festival, you know, early morning or evening, like outdoor, like everybody's feeling it kind of a track. I that's sort of conceptually what I want it to be, is like a bit ravey, just a tad ravey, and but still keep it heavy. I still want the heavy techno drive underneath it. I don't want to get too light and trancy with this. I want it to be serious. All right, so let's see if Live wants to reload and we can listen to this one more time. And yeah, Camel P, wouldn't the lowest frequency define the key? It can, not always, but yeah, if you play a chord, usually the bottom note is the root, but not always. That's, you know, you have inversions, you have more complex chords where you're playing notes below the root of the chord that are like extending the chord. So, all right, it looks like we're back, and nope. It's still not working. All right, let's go to my sort of failover. I've got an alternate way to connect the screen share. I just need to go and turn it on, and hopefully that will give us what we want. Do you see it now? Are we good? Hopefully we are all fine. Yeah, it's not working. So what we're going to do, we're just going to listen. We're going to listen from the beginning, since I'm not sure that the screen share is really working. But we can just listen. Maybe I'll try to fix the screen while we're listening. Rise. Okay, that rise needs some reverb on it or something. Rise. I'm going to get rid of that. Rise. It's also got a click in it I need to repair. We're going to get this fixed, I promise. There we go. I think it comes up too fast. I think I need to keep it lower earlier. That's something I'm going to fix for next time. Probably start with that little trumpet hit earlier. Probably the hi-hats are a little too loud. Still not sure about that tom. All right, it said drones coming up too fast. That's me playing with the automation. Need to fix that. Too loud. We'll fix it. It doesn't have to go up and down. It doesn't have to go up the whole time either. It can go back down sometimes. Could add reverb to it, make it bigger. Probably won't just drop everything out like that. Something like that would be good. You get bigger and bigger. So much more to play with. All right. I got my work cut out for me, but I got a good. We got a good start today, technical issues notwithstanding. All right, but it is about time for me to wrap it up. Starting a little bit late today, but almost an hour here. I'm happy with where this is going. I'm grateful for all of your suggestions, and I'm also glad that we had some new people joining in the chat today. That's good. So I want to say thank you to everybody for hanging out with me again. And I feel good. I feel good about this track. I'm definitely going to finish this soon. So I'll bring this back for another arranging session, and we'll continue to figure out what to do with this. And cool. Got some nice comments here. Thank you very much. So yeah, definitely come back in a week or two, maybe. We'll finish this up. And enjoy your weekend. Have a good one. Thanks very much. See you next time. Adios.